Hello and welcome to Storyboard. I'm Shibani Gharat. John Mangelaars, CEO of Skyscanner, is visiting India this week. In this special chat, we are catching up with him and speaking to him about Skyscanner's expansion and growth plans in India, travel trends in 2025, Skyscanner's outlook for the tourism industry, significance and impact of AI in travel, and much more. John, welcome to CNBC TV18.
Thank you. Thank you. Glad to be here.
So since you're visiting India this week, first tell us, how do you look at India market? What are its unique features and what are Skyscanner's expansion and growth plans in the country?
That's a great question. What we see actually is in the market is there's a lot of things going on with the traveler. On one hand, you see the Indian traveler going from like the train into the airplane, and that has to do with the fact of the affordability. There's more flights, there's more airports, there's more selling, there's better income, so people can afford it. But we've done some more research and say, hey, what's going on with the broader traveler in India as well, things we don't know yet. And what we see is actually the good news is like people want to spend more on travel. They want to travel more abroad, but they want to have good experience and good deals. And that's actually what Skyscanner is good at.
Okay. You know, when I was speaking to a couple of aggregators earlier this year, they said that religious tourism is something that is picking up in India. But having said that, what is your outlook for the tourism industry in the country for the coming year?
I think there's one element that is kind of known, and I think one element is I think something that should be explored. The known part is that people are like traveling for special experiences, so whether it's like a sports event or a concert, or it could be like a health, it could be art, and they want to do that with friends and also family. That the reason being that I think like social media has become quite shallow, and people want to get that sort of deep experience back. So the money they can spend on travel, they want to spend on something unique. On the other hand, I do believe that India as a country has a big opportunity to really bring also inbound travel to India, because India is such a beautiful country with so many unique experiences, and with other locations being explored, whether it's, for example, Marrakesh or Oman. I think in those lists, or I think India plays a role as well. So if I would be India, I would really encourage travelers to come to India as well, because it's such a beautiful country.
How are you working with, all the partners in this entire ecosystem, let's say, your aggregators, your airlines, to get the best value for your customers?
Yeah, a big thing. So yes, what we do is we have already a large ecosystem, over 1,000 supply options, like getting those fares in and show them to the traveler and say, hey, and these fares are dynamic. So we also build features to say, hey, this price has dropped, or this price was expected to be at X and it's only at Y, so have a look at it. So we're building all like price predictions. Say this month is probably cheaper than the other month, or we think like this price will go down in the next couple of weeks. So we're trying to build a lot of features so we're getting the supply from all our partners, and then we built these features to make it very transparent for travelers to see what the price can do and see what a good deal is, and keep them informed. If we see this a traveler that is interested in the destination and has been looking at the destination for 3 times, but the price is just too high, we can tell the airline and say, hey, if you drop the price by like £20, $20 or X rupees, then they might book in a week, and then the airline can decide if they want to have this customer as a customer, and they want to drop the price. So it's going to be much more dynamic. I think that's the future of the whole pricing algorithm. Is like, it's not just static, it's not just based on legacy data, old data, but it's also based on future forward looking and based on dynamic price offers for travelers.
Wow, you actually do that, because I have experienced that a couple of times when I'm looking at a ticket and I feel that, it's too expensive, and then like 10 days later, it is much cheaper to buy that particular airline ticket. But great insight, that one, John. Having said that, how do you foresee AI shaping travel industry going forward, and specifically your business?
Well, the interaction with the system will change. Like it changed from like a desktop to a mobile. But there's 2 elements to AI. One is the machine learning element, which is like structured data, single task algorithms. So for example, on a mobile phone, you only have 3 positions. Our machine learning algorithms have figured out in 80–90% of the cases that customers click on those top 3 positions, so they don't have to scroll. To figure that out for each customer they call it like a multi-armed bandit, like a multi-algorithm machine learning model. But that's the thing that helps really the experience, and it helps like the conversion of the flight for our partners. but it's great for travelers, it's great for partners. The big visible one is the Gen AI stuff where you say, hey, what can I interact with the system and say, I want to go to a place where I can see the northern light. I want to swim, and I want to have some good food. Where do I go, and when do I go, and what's the budget I need? That's the conversation with the system. Those are still very early stages because the big thing is the data underneath, and you need a lot of proprietary data to build valuable information and valuable tools for travelers. The startups that are actually investing a lot in that space don't have the data, so it has to come from bigger players like us. And we're doing that, but there's only a few big enough to do it. And that's why it takes a while to get that done. Another one, for example, is what we call savvy search, where we look at like trending search and like where are people looking, what's going on the internet. So we combine our data with the internet data to see what are the trending locations on the internet we want to share with our travelers. Same thing, needs massive algorithms, needs massive data pools to make that happen. Another element in that space is like the cost. It's very expensive to do that large scale. It will cost millions a year. So there's just not many people who can do it. So there's a lot of innovation, but it's all small scale, and it's yet to be defined to make it very reliable for travelers. Will it happen? Yes, like we overestimated in the short term, and we underestimated in the long term.
Yeah.
But this will happen. This will define the future, but it's not the outside that's going to make the difference. It's the inside that we're building today that's going to make the difference based on data, very, very deep algorithms.
Yeah, inside what you build today is going to make the difference, but that also requires a lot of investment. Having said that, what is, let's say, the primary revenue stream for a meta search platform such as yours, and how has that evolved over the past couple of years since we have seen so much of change happening in the travel industry since COVID?
Yeah, so our revenue stream is basically we bring travelers into the network. We inform travelers in our platform. We show them like good deals. We show them good price. We show them opportunities. That's about 100 million travelers a month that come to our network globally. That's across the globe. And then basically we send those travelers to partners to make the booking. Our business model is twofold. One is we get a commission on the flight, or we get a commission on the hotel or the car we book. Or it's an advertising placement where somebody promotes their destination or on our network. So that's our business model.
And what are the potential new revenue streams that you look at emerging going forward that you see a lot of potential in going forward?
I don't know. So the revenue stream that's emerging in the world is data. I don't know how big the potential is. We today sell our data to airlines, for example, and say, hey, these are destinations where we see these number of searches. These are the destinations where you're losing on price. So we kind of help them to make better offers on Skyscanner. That's like just the foundational, but I think the whole data around like, okay, this is a traveler that is searching for this. Do you want to make them an offer? There's to feed these machine learning models, the LLM models. There's a lot of data required to make that happen. So there is a whole discussion in the world where the price of data is going up. But the challenge there is like if you give your data to the system, to the machine learning system, to the Gen AI system, the system can reverse engineer your business model. So there's going to be quite a reluctancy and sort of trial and error where you say, hey, if I give this data, I might make money or I might get a better experience, but I might also lose my crown jewels. So there's going to be a whole new universe around like data management, data. Like how you share data, how you pay for data, all these things that's going to emerge. I don't know. Perhaps 3 years from now, we might be sitting here. I might have been completely wrong, but I think that's where we see a lot of discussion. How do we share data? Yeah. How do we keep data fresh? But how do we protect our intellectual property? Because data is the new intellectual property in this world.
Apart from Google, whom do you look at as the biggest threat to brand Skyscanner today? Is it, the likes of Expedia, the likes of Booking or Kayak?
Yeah, I don't, to be honest, I find it fascinating. Like the competition is great for travelers. We are very focused on travelers. Like, so yeah, there's Google, there's the ones you just described, and they all have their uniqueness and they all have their weaknesses. What we do is we're very like focused on the traveler and the market. So give you an idea how that works. We do constantly customer research, and we constantly prioritize the features travelers are looking for, and our engineering roadmaps are designed to deliver those features. And every time number 1 is done, we go to number 2, number 3, number 4, and then we refresh the list. We refresh the list. So we just do our own. To be honest, we're not ignorant. We don't completely ignore competition, but we're very focused on that sweet spot of deals and inspiration, and then build the features that make travelers happy. Price you see on our side, we want to make sure you get it like from the merchant. So it's not like, oh, we charge you say it's 100 and the merchant is going to charge 120 or 110 or 105. So we really invest in the features for the traveler. And then we want to make sure we build the trust with the traveler.
Great. All the best for that. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It is time for a short break. On the other side, in an exclusive chat, we are catching up with Criteo's Chief Executive Officer, Megan Clarken, in a special chat.